She's so fine. Helluva, blows my mind. Helluva, lights my day.
What's good, guys? So in doing some research in the Kaneka Jenkins case, which I will be doing a lot more frequently, I found this small little article, which is of course opinion. It's from Yahoo News, wrote by Emily Blackwood on September the 13th, 2017. So this is 3 days after Kaneka was found. I want to say this. The reason I bring these little articles to the channel is to, number one, see where our mindset was 3 days after Kaneka was found. Number two, listen to some of the things that are being brought up so that we can see how far we've come in the process of trying to eliminate things that have happened in the case, or things that we've maybe seen printed but that had to be changed because we found out otherwise. And three, to get other people's perspectives and opinions, because it's always good to hear other people out. So that's why I bring these. This one's pretty interesting. Even the title, a thorough investigation of the insane conspiracy theories that Kaneka Jenkins was set up by her friends, raped for $200, and murdered so her organs could be harvested. That title just jumped out to me. So let's get into it. That, of course, is a picture of Kaneka. We're all familiar with that picture. We've seen it a million times. If you're just reading the facts given by the police, the case of Kaneka Jenkins' death leaves a lot to the imagination. And when you can publicly discuss all the inner workings of your imagination, the result is a lot of conspiracy theory YouTube videos. According to police, the 19-year-old attended a party at the Crowne Plaza Hotel in Rosemont, Illinois, September the 8th. Her mother, Teresa Martin, realized she was missing after her friends called and said they couldn't find her when they were on their way to leave, which was around 4 a.m. Soon after, her mother went to the hotel looking for her daughter and spent the whole next day trying to convince police to help her search. They finally did, and around midnight, September the 10th, Jenkins was found dead in a freezer in a construction site at the hotel. After reviewing surveillance video, police reportedly told Martin that Jenkins was drunk, stumbled into the locker on her own, and died. That's just slightly different than what social media sleuths have come up with. According to the most recent theories on the interwebs, Jenkins was set up to come to the party by one of her friends, who was either paid $200 or $2,000 to rape a very intoxicated Jenkins. I'm going to stop right there. That statement right there, $200 or $2,000, reminds me of the telephone game, where you have a line of people or a circle of people and you whisper something in one person's ear and they pass it all the way around until it comes back to you. And by the time it comes back to you, it's quite different than what you had said or what was originally told. So you got $200 or $2,000. That's a big difference. Then the owner or manager of the hotel either kidnapped or bought Jenkins from her friends and murdered her so they could harvest her organs and sell them on the black market. Hence why she was found in a freezer. Like I said, slightly different. But before I dive to how much truth or possibility there is to that insanely popular theory, let's get back to the facts. The Chicago Tribune laid out a handy-dandy timeline to get us all caught up on what we know for sure, or, if you're even more of a skeptic, what police want us to know. 11:30 p.m. Friday. Kaneka Jenkins leaves her West Side home to go to a party with friends in a hotel room at the Crowne Plaza Chicago O'Hare Hotel and Conference Center in Rosemont, according to her mother, Teresa Martin. 1:30 a.m. Saturday. Jenkins' sister speaks to Jenkins by phone. The family says that's the last time they hear from her. And I'm going to stop it right there. This is just a reminder. What we read in here may not be the truth. However, it may have been the truth as we knew it at that time. So please keep that in mind. So you might be reading something and say, that's not true. No, it may not be. But at that time, we thought it to be true. All right. Back to the article. 1:36 a.m. Saturday. A live stream video on Facebook appears to show the hotel room on the 9th floor where the party is being held. The video, which has gotten more than 4 million views, features a woman in mirrored sunglasses talking to the camera. Reflected in her glasses the other side of the hotel room where Jenkins appears to be sitting. 3:20 a.m. Saturday. Jenkins is seen on surveillance video, quote, staggering, end quote, drunk near the front desk, according to authorities. The family says they aren't told about this until 10 p.m. that night. 4 a.m. Saturday. Jenkins' friends call her mother to say they lost track of Jenkins at the hotel. The friends say they are in the car Martin lent her daughter for the night, and they have Jenkins' cell phone, according to Miss Martin. 5 a.m. Saturday. Jenkins' family goes to the hotel looking for her. Martin says hotel staff told her they needed a missing persons report from police before they could start reviewing surveillance video. Martin calls Rosemont police and is told to wait a few hours before filing the report. They file the report later that morning. 1:15 p.m. Saturday. Police notify the hotel about the missing teen, and a search begins on the 9th floor and the public areas of the hotel, according to Rosemont police. 3 to 4 p.m. Saturday. Jenkins' mother said she doesn't believe the hotel began reviewing surveillance video until the middle of the afternoon. 6 p.m. Saturday. Frustrated with the search, relatives say they began knocking on room doors to see if any guests know anything. The hotel calls the police to complain about the knocking. Martin said one of the responding officers agrees to view the surveillance video again. 10 p.m. Saturday. Police tell the family that Jenkins has been spotted on video from around 3:20 a.m. that day. 12:25 a.m. Sunday. Jenkins is discovered in a walk-in freezer in a vacant area of the hotel. She had been missing nearly 24 hours. 12:48 a.m. Sunday. Jenkins is pronounced dead according to the Cook County Medical Examiner's Office. The cause of death remains undetermined after an autopsy the next day, pending further studies and investigation. Around 5 a.m. Sunday. Martin is allowed to see her daughter's body. She says the body has been removed from the freezer, which appeared to have been defrosted. Quote, her hair was soaking wet up on there, end quote, she told reporters. Hold up, let me repeat that. Her hair had soaking water up on there, end quote, she told reporters. This case has grabbed a lot of people's attention primarily because of the lack of urgency police and hotel staff had when Jenkins first went missing, and the unusual location where her body was found. The questions first began when Martin told reporters she didn't believe what the police told her, because A, the freezer doors are heavy and Jenkins was clearly not in the right state of mind to physically open them herself. And B, hotel staff refused to show her the surveillance video until her daughter was declared a missing person. She speculated that somebody in the hotel killed her daughter, and that had police started looking sooner, they might have found her alive. That belief sparked a nationwide search for Jenkins' alleged killer and all the theories about why her young life was taken. Though they haven't released whether a crime was even committed, police have said they're investigating the viral Facebook video. But other than that, most of what we're discussing now is just rumors. So let's dive in. And a warning, a lot of the videos have vulgar language. Number 1. Jenkins was set up to be raped at the party by her friend Monifa Shelton. This part of the theory alleges that a guy Shelton really liked wanted to get with Jenkins, but she denied him. Shelton was jealous, so she set up Jenkins to be raped at the party and made a $200 profit off of it. Rumors circulated that guilt got to Shelton and she committed suicide, but that was never confirmed. There are also rumors that she admitted to having a part in the killing, but claimed she did so because she didn't want to be killed herself. This could very well be fake. There is a post here. It says, now confession 4 by, quote, best friend, end quote, Monifa Shelton. It shows a post under the hashtag Justice for Kaneka. Also, I'm going to remind you, a lot of these posts are not real. A lot of these posts were made from fake accounts, so I'm just going through the article. Twitter. Another supposed, quote, piece of evidence, end quote, says her other friend, Irene Roberts, who was the girl in the mirrored glasses in the viral Facebook Live video, knew about the murder but was told not to say anything. This is from Bizarre Daily News. This is in case y'all were wondering. This was captured from hashtag Irene Roberts' Instagram page, her actual page. This says it all, hashtag Kaneka Jenkins. Somebody says, don't try and play the victim. The world sees right through you all. Hope you guys get life and the death penalty. Irene comes back and says, girl, calm. Comment, you don't know what the F you're talking about. Comes back and says, B, I didn't put her in the MF freezer. The dumb MF bestie did, since y'all want to know her effing best friend put her in the freezer because the boy killed her. His name is Bernard Radley. And after that, she told us not to say anything. Now, it's sad that I have to say this, but it's true. Because people would take that and run with it. That is from a fake account. None of that is true. So, it was later discovered that that was all fake. But this is the stuff that we dealt with in the beginning. Twitter. On Shelton's Instagram page is just a few photos of Jenkins and a screenshot of a Facebook post she wrote, claiming her innocence and how she helped look for her friend. From what it looks like, Shelton isn't owning up to any part in Jenkins' death, and all the screenshots people are posting could easily be fake. I'm glad she said that because I just said it myself. Number 2. Irene Roberts set Jenkins up to be raped and murdered. It says the above video that went viral shows Roberts wearing mirrored sunglasses at a party. People have claimed they could hear Jenkins scream and say, quote, help me, end quote, and an unknown man say, quote, we're about to murder someone, end quote. None of that has been confirmed, but people are speculating that Roberts either set up the crime herself or assisted Shelton and knew where to hide her body because she worked at the hotel. People commenting on this theory also believe that Jenkins was assaulted by multiple men. Here's another post. This is more proof that Irene Roberts, who was employed at the hotel, set this up with Monifa Shelton and the 3 guys, hashtag Kaneka Jenkins. Well, Irene Roberts never worked at that hotel. That was a rumor, and it was false. But yet again, people ran with it. They ran with anything they could get their hands on, honestly. Twitter. A video also came out that supposedly showed Roberts at the police station, but that hasn't been confirmed. That was true. She was at the police station, and a young lady that was there tried to record her. That part was true. But she went there on her own. So, I mean, you can kind of see where I'm going with that. There have been screenshots that supposedly show Roberts posting on Facebook that she didn't set anything up and Jenkins wasn't being assaulted on her live video, but that 3 boys who showed up at her party took her friend and killed her. That post has either been deleted or is fabricated. This is from someone else. It says Irene Roberts just uploaded this on her Facebook, then immediately deleted her Facebook afterwards. Now, I'm just going to say, I hate that I have to say this, but it's true. If anyone thinks that shortly after this happened, these young people got on Facebook and confessed, that just didn't happen. Let's use our noodle. Here's the third theory. The owner of the hotel kidnapped and murdered Jenkins when she was drunk so they could harvest her organs and sell them on the black market. This rumor stems from the fact that A, she was found in the freezer, and B, the hotel was shady in giving Martin the surveillance video, and the cameras in front of the freezer that should show Jenkins going inside are apparently broken, and C, the local organ donation center is under investigation for harvesting. There's apparently an eyewitness who reveals everything in the following video. The video is obviously broke. The link is broken, so. But it says the Biological Resource Center of Illinois is only 20 minutes away from the hotel, according to Google Maps, and is currently being sued by the family of a 23-year-old man whose body was donated there for medical education and research. Against their son's wishes, his remains were mishandled and possibly used for profit. Now, organ trafficking is a real issue. In 2014, NBC Chicago did a story about the rise in people selling their kidneys on Craigslist for thousands of dollars. And in 2015, the FBI raided a lab and crematorium outside Chicago for illegal body part trading, which was connected to BRC. Though there is some possibility to this story, the owner of the hotel hasn't been named, and his or her connection to the BRC is not known. When it comes to the case of Kaneka Jenkins, there are a lot of things left unanswered. But until police can confirm what happened to the girl, and if anyone is going to be held responsible, all we can do is sit back and speculate. This is Emily Blackwood, is an editor at U4Tango, who covers pop culture, true crime, dating, relationships, and everything in between. There was another article that was tagged in here. I wanted to go back and read that. It says, why was Kaneka Jenkins murdered? Why her mom doesn't believe police explanation of how the 19-year-old wound up dead in a hotel freezer. And I'm going to click that. It's also wrote by Emily Blackwood on the 12th of September. It says, Kaneka Jenkins, 19, went to a party at Crown Plaza Hotel in Rosemont, Illinois, September the 8th with a group of friends. Around 4 a.m. they were leaving the party when Jenkins realized she forgot her phone and car keys. Her friends went back to the hotel room to retrieve her stuff, leaving Jenkins in the hallway. When they got back, she was gone. They called Jenkins' mother, Teresa Martin, and told her they couldn't find her daughter. Martin went to the hotel herself to search around 5 a.m. but came up empty. It wasn't until her third visit to the Crown Plaza that she convinced staff and police to look at surveillance video. Police told Martin that the video showed her daughter clutching to a rail as she walked towards a walk-in freezer where her body was found 2 days after she went missing. The video doesn't show Jenkins actually entering the freezer because the cameras directly above it are broken. Martin told Fox 32 that she works with a similar freezer at her job and finds it hard to believe her daughter could open the freezer doors on her own. That's a picture of Kaneka that we've all seen several times. Quote, police say she stumbled her way into the freezer, Martin said. If she could barely hold herself up, how could she just yank these double doors, end quote. But police say that's what happened. According to Martin, they told her Jenkins let herself into the freezer while she was drunk and died inside. An autopsy on Jenkins' body was performed the same day it was found, and her cause of death is, quote, pending further study, end quote. Martin said it took so long for the search for her daughter to begin because hotel staff required a missing persons report, and the police department told her to wait a few hours before filing to see if her daughter would turn up. Jenkins' sister was finally able to file one at 1:15 p.m. September the 9th. The search for the teen went on for 11 hours, with police looking at surveillance video once before and not seeing Jenkins. It wasn't until an officer heard that Jenkins' family was knocking on hotel room doors asking for help that they looked at the footage again. She was seen around 3:20 a.m. September the 9th, quote, staggering, end quote, drunk near the front desk. Another picture of Kaneka. According to the police, the hotel was under construction in the area where Jenkins' body was found. Martin says she's angry at the hotel staff for not immediately looking at the surveillance footage and directing her to the police instead. Quote, if they had taken me seriously and checked right away, they could have found my daughter much sooner and she might be alive, end quote. Though police haven't said that foul play was suspected, Martin and the group of people on social media using the hashtag Justice for Kaneka believe she was murdered. Quote, I believe someone in this hotel killed my child, end quote, she said. Those social media sleuths are pointing to Irene Roberts after watching this Facebook Live video she posted the night Jenkins went missing. That link is broken, but we have seen that video many, many times. People online have theorized that Jenkins was sexually assaulted and injured at the party, an event that they believe led to her death, and her body in the freezer. Roberts deleted her Facebook account, and Jenkins' other friend, Monifa Shelton, posted that she, quote, didn't have her back, end quote, and that Jenkins, quote, didn't deserve what happened to her, end quote. Let's see. That's about it. I thought it might say something else that Miss Teresa Martin had said, but it doesn't. And it finishes up and says, however, some people believe Shelton set Jenkins up by taking her to that party. Someone also posted a video alleging that Roberts had turned herself in and they saw her in the police station. In the video, you can see a woman, but it's not clear if it's Roberts. Police said they're looking into the video above and all other social media videos posted that night, and Jenkins' death is still being investigated. Again, I say these are opinion. These are not facts. Irene Roberts did go to the police station, but she did not go to the police station to turn herself in. So, I'm going to leave it here, but it just really is interesting to see the way things were laying out, were being laid out 3 years ago in regards to this case. And there might be, the reason I look at these in the first place is because sometimes I will catch something that will make me think of something that I wanted to go back and look at. So that's all I have in regards to this. I'm still doing research, and I have a lot of things that I'm working on. So stay tuned. You guys have a great night.